Standart kalıp elemanlarını seçme ve kullanma. En çok kullanılan standart kalıp elemanlarını, resim ve ölçüleri verilecektir. Küre başlı kollar. Küre tutamak başlıkları.
Yeah, hi Nigel. Well, these are made in black Duraplast, so good plastic material there. It's got the moulded thread. Thread sizes we cater for here is M4, M5, M6, M8, M10 and M12. In most of those sizes there's several types, so nice smooth black Duraplast ball knob. Thank you.
Tutma sapları. Pabuç. Tırtıl başlı vida.
Install and uninstall this screw frequently from whatever part it was going into or coming out of, and maybe you're using it in the field somewhere where you don't have access to tools, or maybe you just don't want to force the user to have to use a tool to take this in or pull it out. What would you use? The answer is, at least one answer, is a thumb screw. And this is an example of a thumb screw. A thumb screw is basically a screw, but it has this larger diameter, and often on the diameter you'll see like a knurled surface. This is a metal nut, and so it's knurled, but if it was a plastic, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say nut, this is a metal screw. And knurling is a machining operation that can be applied to metal parts. So this is a nice knurled, really nicely textured surface that gives you better grip when you're applying torque to the screw. On a plastic head you might see just like little scallops patterned around the diameter or something like that. Anyway, it provides an easier access or easier interface for a person to use their fingers to screw these in or screw them out. And so that just makes it really easy to install or uninstall some kind of screw without any tools. Now, I guess the downside to using a thumb screw is that it's harder to really torque it down really tight because you're using your fingers and not like a metal tool to install it. So you might not use thumb screws for applications in which you really need to torque down a screw really tightly, but in applications where it doesn't need to be torqued down tightly, and especially when you need to remove that, or not even completely remove it, you just need to back it off a little bit. In this part here, there's some other parts that go on this side that I'm not showing, but when we screw this in tight, it would lock this in place and prevent it from rotating, which is what we wanted to do. But we also wanted to be able to just back it off just a little bit, like that much, 2 or 3 or 4 turns. And that would loosen it up enough to the point where you could you could rotate it like this, which is also what we wanted. And you rotate it into the right place, and then you screw this back in. And that's how we used it.
Kollu vida. Gergi kolları. Yıldız somun. Şapkalı somun. Merkezleme elemanı. Konik mil göbek somun. Merkezleme elemanı. Yükseklik ayarlama elemanları. Merkezleme kovanı. Merkezleme pimleri. Merkezleme kovanı. Kademeli merkezleme pimleri. Merkezleme kovanı. Gevşek T-slot somun Sökülebilir bağlantı elemanlarını seçme ve kullanma. Bağlama pabuçları. Kollu kam. Aşağıya itme kollu pabuç. Özel pabuç. Merkezleme mandiren. Yükseltici silindir. Universal destek. Pabuçlu bağlama sistemi.
Grapas horizontales son abrazaderas de sugestión, que cuando se bloquean, mantienen los cables en la posición horizontal. Las opciones de base son base D, doblada, y base recta, R. Ambas se pueden atornillar o soldar, y se puede colocar la base recta, que se puede fijar desde el frente. Las varillas pueden ser bifurcadas, cortas o largas, que acompañan la punta de goma. No se puede ajustar la altura del tornillo y el posicionamiento longitudinal, mediante tuercas y arandelas. También tenemos la varilla maciza, que acompaña una punta hexagonal con casquillo. En la misma el cliente debe soldar la barra de sugestión. Las grapas se pueden pedir con bloqueo, que tiene nomenclatura TR. El bloqueo es un dispositivo de seguridad que se evita la abertura accidental del clamp en procesos con vibración.
Pabuçlu yükseltici bağlama sistemi.
I will show you the bedding support, the supporting element, and the floating clamp. The bedding support is used for supporting workpieces from the bottom in order to prevent vibrations. Available in different sizes, it can be positioned on the fixture with great flexibility by means of the slotted hole. It allows you to screw in a variety of elements to match the required construction height. As you can imagine, matching in this area will generate vibrations, which can, however, be suppressed with the help of the bedding support. The bedding support contours to the workpiece with a light spring load and is locked in place. The supporting element is used for the same application as the bedding support. It sports a compact design, is comfortable to handle, and provides tremendous supporting force. You can screw a variety of elements into this tool as well to match the required construction heights. Simply position it at the fixture, lock it in place, and you are done. The floating clamp is used at overdetermined clamping points as a means to prevent vibrations and oscillations. The clamping jaws can move freely. They are swiveled in, allowing the jaw to contour to the workpiece with a light spring load. When you tighten the screw, the upper jaw will make contact, clamping the workpiece and locking in place the height of the floating clamp. This will not affect the position of the workpiece. Available in various sizes and versions, it can be equipped with different clamping jaws.
Destekleyici pimler. Hizalanabilen pim ve pat. İçten merkezleyici.
With a taper clamping unit. The taper clamping unit is used for multiple clamping systems. It is made up of a taper and two clamping jaws. As the name suggests, the two clamping jaws pushed outward as soon as the taper is moved down by means of a screw. You can use the taper clamping unit in different sizes and versions on your self-made fixtures. Another option is to use the taper clamping unit on our flexible multiple clamping system. The system lets you clamp a wide range of workpieces quickly and with ease. The clamp and the stops are installed on the bar at the appropriate position. The workpieces can afterwards be inserted and clamped. For longer workpieces, it is possible to install two bars side by side.
Özel destek. Gözlü taşıyıcı. Gözlü taşıyıcı özel cıvata. Merkezleme elemanlarını seçme ve kullanma. Konumlandırma pimleri.
And suppress vibrations. Seating elements, down-thrust clamps, and down-hold clamps. Here you can see a large selection of seating elements, the right one for every application. Ribbed, spherical, ground, orienting, or height adjustable. Better still, they also come in various materials, such as plastic or case-hardened steel, and with hard metal inserts. Let's take a closer look in a fixture, shall we? At this point, we selected ribbed elements for the support surface. Here is a tapered version. Serving as a stop is the pin ground on the inside. Offering versatile use, down-thrust clamps are clamping devices designed for vertical clamping. Available in different sizes, they come in a swiveling and in a movable version. Let's take another look at a real-world application. Here we have the swiveling version. The down-thrust clamp is swiveled in and clamped by means of the clamping screw. The positioning ring ensures that the clamping position is defined with perfect repeatability. The thread can be used to adapt each clamping insert as needed. Downhold clamps are designed for the vertical clamping of workpieces. They are made unique by their flat design and their pull-down effect. They are available in an assortment of sizes and versions, for example, with a lever or ball-ended thrust screw. Yet another version is the subpart clamp, consisting of a stop and a clamp. As the name suggests, this tool is positioned below the workpiece, allowing you to utilize the entire machine table. The clamping force is applied horizontally with a pull-down effect when the screw is actuated.
Sabitleme somunları. Flanşlı konik yuvalı somun. Eklenti somun. Perno. Yaylar ve özel elemanlarını seçme ve kullanma. Yaylar.
Fixing, positioning, latching, rolling, switching. All these are functions for which spring plungers are used. I bet you've already had contact with one today. Maybe when flipping the light switch or adjusting your car radio using the rotary knob. Let's take a look at this with an example. For this purpose, I have prepared a rotary knob for you. In it, the function of the spring plunger can be seen very well. The ball engages at the defined position. We can supply you with the right variant for every application. With head, which serves as a fixed stop. With a rolling ball, to reduce wear on the mating part. Or the self-clamping variant, which allows high tolerances in the locating bore. For lateral locking and positioning, our lateral spring plungers are used. For this, we look at a workpiece positioning. The lateral spring plunger presses the workpiece against the stops during insertion. Typical application examples are positioning during laser marking, painting and sandblasting, blank fixing, or workpiece pre-positioning. We offer variants with external threads, which can be flexibly adjusted in height, as well as with surface-protecting plastic pins. Furthermore, side thrust pieces for press fitting. These are insensitive to chips and dirt, as the plastic body serves as a spring. For high clamping forces, there is the version with spring plate, which can be flexibly positioned.
Konum elemanı yaylar. Konum elemanı.